Hi everyone, I'm Charley, and this is part two of the speed build of Hollywood Mansion with the Get Famous expansion pack. Among other things. This part is going to be about the interior of the house. Part one was the exterior, and part two is in the interior. So there's going to be lots of cuts because it is a long video, and it would have been longer if I didn't cut it down. So we're starting now at the heart of the house, which is the kitchen and dining, and one of the living rooms. So I didn't go for glamorous look as you might, guess. I went for a bit more. Well, I tried to go for a bit more contemporary, but slightly modern, but still a luxurious feel to it. Of course, this could have been more grand. For those of you who might have done a sneak peek of the previous version of this house that was up on my gallery, just for your information, that version is now I took it down, and there's this new version where I've changed everything I wanted to is now up because I wasn't pleased with the master bedroom. It's like no, it did not work. And I'm going to get to it once I get to the master bedroom. But either way, this is the final version. I did lots of tweaking. I just got home a few days ago from a trip over the holidays, so I didn't really have time to get the house where I wanted to at the start. You're going to see here as well. Is very odd because you see this in a enclosed room. First, I wanted to put the bathroom where it is now, as you see up in the little corner in down from the hallway, but it didn't really make sense. I mean, my idea was that I wanted that bathroom to be used as like the guest bathroom. I mean, when you have company over, this is where you will be if you just have a very relaxed, casual dinner setting going on. But then they did, and because you have the dining table, and then you have the sofas where you can just relax in between meals, and then you would have close access to the bathroom. And you see how I'm just trying to go in person camera mode, not the other in gameplay, but I just have a quick look see how it looked like with the glass roofs. But I did, but having the bathroom there ended me having very a room that no one could access to, and it didn't really make sense. So I'm changing that up later on. This the main balcony area on the well, you have the ground floor, so it should be the first floor or the second floor, depending on how you see it. Um, so the door is a straight access from the kitchens because I'm thinking that would be the most logical to have it. That you would, if you want to go out and eat outside instead, you would go out in the balcony. So there's no table down by the pool. I kept it upstairs instead. I don't think I put down a barbecue either. Don't think so. So basically, that's just a table and a lounge area, and there's going to be an umbrella. It's just very casual. It's a little bit weird. When you sit on those sofas, you won't have a view of the pool and the garden. But I don't know. For me, I think it works because I had a more of a point that if you in real life and you would be lounging on that sofa, you would maybe sit a bit more casual and you would look, back over your shoulder towards the garden and the pool. But of course, Sims can't do that. But then again, Sims doesn't really care. So here you see me. I just moved the entire bathroom to the other side and changed this to a butler's room, which is the idea. Because I'm thinking, because this is, I mean, if your Sims live here, they've reached like the richness of it all. They live on the pinnacles. Might be famous. So this is also a lot. I think I put down the famous trait. I'm actually not sure. But either way, so I thought you gotta have a butler's room, or I mean, you could use this room. I mean, it's easily you could have it as an extra spare bedroom if you wanted to. But my idea was it was going to be a butler's room. And I thought it was a good access because the butler would have straight access to the kitchen. Also on the same floor, there's also the laundry room. So about everything that the butler actually needs to access is on the same floor. So my idea was that the butler doesn't really go anywhere else. So this is here where it changed because this bathroom was huge. It was insane. So I divided it up. So there's like two. There's a little small bathroom and a bigger one, which also has the laundry bit. Um, Now the smaller bathroom is going to be access. I think that room is going to be the cinema. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So you see those backslashes on the in the bathroom. I just a way of trying to decorate things a bit differently, because not to have everything covered in tiles and just do something else. Yeah, so this is the cinema. I've always wanted to build a cinema in a house. I've never done it before because I've never really had a reason to, but I felt like I mean, we're all very inspired by Get Famous, the Get Famous expansion pack nowadays. So of course, I was very inspired by actors and that like, famous person. Of course, every famous and rich person has their own cinema room. So this is what I did. I put everything. I'm not sure if I want to remember that I actually put that entire a tie bit as well in carpet, that little wooden piece. But I'm actually not sure. I might not. But either way, so the reason why I also put there's like just little side tables where you could put a drink, but I put a sofa at the end. That's the only love seat in the cinema. But that's my inspiration from that is because there was a cinema where when I was growing up, and that had in one of the salons it's like you had lounge love seats at the back, at like the very very back of the theater, and so I don't know. It was just I think there was supposed to be like make out couches or snuggle couches or whatever. Um, but I thought it was like a very cool idea. Usually you would use it if you were ever going on a date with someone, or you would sit at the back and you'd get all cozied up. So that was the idea. Well, that's why I put a love seat in there. Now this is a gym. Where this is on the ground floor, so it's a little bit interesting this house because the main entertainment area for guests, except for the party room, there's going to be a party room as well. The main entertainment areas are on the first floor, like the middle floor. While on the ground floor, there's going to be the gym, spa, and the kids' bedrooms, um, and the kids like own a lounge area. So it's not really. I made that deliberately to be bit more closed off. So when you have, of course, you have a very open hallway with a seating area, but there's not really much else going on because the main thing that's happening is on the first floor. So that's an idea I've really liked. Also, you see that like the hallway in the on the ground floor is going to change. It's not going to look like that, but you won't see that until later on in the video. So now this is a spa section. I've wanted a spa. I did not put in one of those sleeping pods. I know that's a new feature in the Get Famous, but I felt like it's not really. I mean, the Sims just sleep in it, and it's not really what I wanted because I wanted a proper spa section, um, where you could have your mud bath or lavender soaks, or you could get feet massage, rubber, you name it. So yeah, this is what this turns out to be. Now, the gym and the spa, they both share a bathroom. So the bathroom that they share, that you can only access it from the gym and the spa, so there's no other entrance, which I don't know, I find it fitting. Also decided to put down that water fountain. I don't know, it's supposed to be a little bit more relaxing. Put down yoga mats in front of the pool. I'm imagining those are just like regular towels where you would actually suntan. I feel like it's time, Sims team, that you would put in the possibilities for your Sims to get a tan, that kind of thing. Since it's actually warm. There's summer. I remember you had that in Sims 3. Please do that in Sims 4 as well. So yeah, either way, this is the first time I actually built only teenage bedrooms. There's no kids' bedrooms. Like no toddlers, no kids, nothing. There's just two teenage bedrooms. Because I was imagining it when I built this house. Of course, this is a house I'm going to use in my Let's Play, my current Let's Play Get Famous. But but I'm going to buy empty. But when I built the house and I decorated it, my idea was that the couple, the family who lives here, The parents are famous, or one of them might be. I don't know. Not entirely sure of the story. But they're famous, is super rich, and they've been like, active for a while. There might be someone that might be an actor or whatever. I don't know. But they have two children, and they're both of they're both teenagers. And I thought, so there's one girl and one boy bedroom, and yeah, they're quite big. There's a lot of stuff going on. Um, and every bedroom has their own bathroom because I mean, you gotta have your own ensuite. It's like just it just makes sense. So I don't know how many bathroom there is, but this surely, I mean, you Sims won't have to fight for the toilet. So I'm just saying that. I'd have to take. I do put a bit of time into this room because I don't know. I wanted to fill it at the same time. I like the openness of it, so I'm not sure I do much else. I have that mannequin. I don't know. It could be fun if you want to have your sim try out the outfits on the mannequin before actually putting it on. So this is a bathroom. It's very simple. Not sure. I might have cut out a few bits of the different bathroom interior. I mean, they're like all very, very similar and simple. Um, 'Kay, I did put a bit of detail on this, like a little bit of clutter, but otherwise I kept it very simple. Now this is the other teenage room, also very, very big. Um, because I have found a little bit hard to decorate these. Um, because especially teenagers didn't really know. I was trying to imagine like what kind of things do they enjoy to do. Um, and I found it a little bit hard. So because there's so many rooms, so technically everything your teenagers would, these teenagers would enjoy doing. I mean, they can already access. There is a gym, so there's no reason for any teenager to have like a treadmill or a boxing thing in their bedrooms, and it's not really used for anything. So it's a little bit hard. So that most of them are very empty. They all have a bed, and they all have a desk and computers and that kind of thing. Um, but yeah, but then again, it's a good thing to keep them empty because that means if you do download the towns, you can easily fill it up with whatever you want. And since they're very, very good sizes, which means that if you do end up transforming any of these rooms to more of a kid's bedroom, there's definitely room to put in lots of toys. So yeah, I mean, it is a good idea at the same time. So yeah, just trying to figure out what to do. I just wanted to fill every little nook and cranny, but I think I just end up leaving that. I just spent loads of times on these rooms. Yeah, I put a bit of microphone in front of that keyboard because I'm thinking that maybe a teenager who lives there, she might be, interested in music and that kind of thing. There's also going to be a recording studio, so yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like it. So this is a lounge area for the teenagers. They have their own little living room with a TV and gaming console. There's also going to be a football table. So it's just only for them, because every teenager they need. I mean, they need somewhere to display, and not. Yeah, there's a foosball table and a poker table. So this is, I would say this is more of the activity room. The teenagers are also going to have their own little patio area with a fire pit, so they can, it's like really a more reclusive area, for them to hang out with their friends and party. And now this is like sort of the garage. I've decided to put the vault in there instead, because of course we don't have cars, so the garage part is only purely decorative. But you can do the graffiti thing on them, which it was quite nice. So I just use it as a storage room, what was left of it, because I didn't want to put so much space into a garage that's actually not usable, and I didn't really feel like this family is not a family that has a carpenter table and that kind of thing. And now this is going to be that's the party room, and the other thing, this is and that's going to be the recording studio, and also that little vlogging station. So I'm thinking this is a more of a multi-use kind of room, so I'm trying to be a bit more decorative at the back, behind the camera, because I'm imagining usually YouTubers have very decorative set pieces at the background, if depending on where they record. So that's what's my idea. There's a bookcase in the share. Um, but yeah, that is it's basically it's a recording room, so you can um your sim you can record your sim performing whatever they want to, but they also can do if they want to do vlogging and that kind of thing. Um, so yeah, just just put a few things. There's lots of lights, um, everything to light it up. I'm not sure. Do if I end up having those lights there around the? I do actually. Okay. And now this is a party room. It does go through a few changes later on in the video, because I do end up putting in a door straight out into the pool because I'm thinking, I mean, if you do have a party, you gotta want it. I mean, you want to have access to the pool, because I mean, if you want, what if you want to have a pool party and um, I didn't want it at the time because I was thinking, well, if your Sims gets all juiced up and they might wander out and they'll get hit the pool and and that will be it. Um, but I do change it later on, and I also close it off with the door because I'm thinking if they do have a party, it might get pretty loud, so it would be better to have it a bit more closed off. Also it makes it that you can lock it because if you have guests over, just maybe regular dinner guests, you might not want them to have access to the party room. So yeah. Um, Okay, so just like a little few tweaking. You see, I do cut off like when I'm working on the hallway downstairs because that's not a hallway that's going to be in the end product. But this room, this is supposed to be the guest bedroom, which is on the same floor as the kitchen and the wash, laundry and that level. And it also has its own balcony. I have not furnished the balcony. I think there's like four in total. Only the main balcony by the kitchen are furnished. The other three I have not touched. Simply for the reason is I like leaving it a bit more open, because there's only so much you can put on balconies. But when you download this house, feel free to do whatever you want to. Yeah, this is the office because I felt like this house needs an office, and I tried to keep it, a little bit more contemporary, a bit more modern and simplistic. It's a bit odd shaped office, but I mean it gets the job done. There's that little liquor bar or juice bar, it's actually called. Do I keep that carpet? It does not seem like it suits very well, but I might do. I might have had a different idea in my mind when I decorated this. Um, yeah, it works in a way. Yeah, it does. And so this is just like the big open hallway when you come upstairs from downstairs. It's very open, it's very empty, and I wanted to keep it that way, um, because sometimes having big open spaces gives a larger impression, more of a richdom, how do you say, richness to it, than just like cluttering everything in. And now you see that there's a little hangout spot for the teenagers with the shark pond or whatever. I think you can have sharks and other kinds of fishes. Is it the one that came with Get Famous? I wanted to add that and I did. This is the redoing of the lounge area downstairs. I wanted those trophy cases. I do put them in. Um, but I am having a little bit of trouble later on of what to do with those cases because I can't really, uh, decide what to do with it. And then I have that sofa, and I don't really know how to do it because at the same time, this is a really hard area to decorate. But I did want that trophy case. It's not really the best place in a way, but it works because that's the first thing you see sort of when you enter the house beside the staircase, and it works. And there's like a little butler statue. I wanted to use it because I like that statue so much. And that's just a little lounge area, so it's not really much going on. It could be like the welcome area when you receive Sims. um uh because it's a little slightly formal. I do end up using only one row of trophy cases, and don't really think I'm trying to I'm playing around with those panels. It's not really working because it felt a bit more 70 vibes, as that's not what I wanted with this house. So I end up not having it, and I felt like that hallway was also getting a bit more too cluttered. So I also end up removing this. Now here, see, this is the original master bedroom upstairs, and I remove it, I rip it out completely because it did not fit, suit the style of the house. You saw I went for the very more classic, luxurious vibe, lots of gold. Did not like it, so I end up transforming this entire like top floor is one giant suite for the master bedroom. So the master bedroom, they have you, of course, their sleeping quarters. They have their own office. They have their own like big ass laundry area. They have a big bathroom section, and they have what else? They also have a big seating area as well. Um, and so it's just, I don't know, that works so much better because originally there was two bedrooms, but I felt like no, the top floor is reserved for the masters of the house. Like they are not sharing this space with anyone. So I'm ending up having to remove that um piece of glass roof on the top, because it interfered with that wall piece I wanted. And I repaint the walls with a bit more grey, so all the white I choose in the build gives a little bit more of a pop. I really wanted to use that bed, because the other like sky bed I used in one of the teenage bedrooms, which is actually I think like the second or third luxurious items or expensive you can get when it comes to beds, but I've already used it in the build and it felt weird to use it again, and it didn't really. So I ended up just going for this kind of bed, and I really wanted those drapes hang around it, but I couldn't find anything that suited, so I ended up giving up on the idea, and I ended up keeping a bit more simplistic look to it. There's no, yeah, you see, there's no doors to any of the rooms except for the bathroom. I kept it very open, and I felt like it works because I mean, if the parents or whoever lives there wants a bit more privacy, they might have guests hanging around, and maybe they just want privacy. They want to, read their book in peace. They can do that. They can just like close themselves off in their own little suite area, and they have their own balcony and everything. So it just works. The only thing they don't have a TV, so they can't close themselves off if they want to watch that. But and it works. And I put those mirrors, and it really adds a bit more reflective and open to this area. And I had a little bit of trouble with the carpets because I couldn't really find anything that worked, but I ended up going for a bit more, lots of grey and blue vibes. Blue. I've actually heard blue is supposed to be a very calm color when you sleep. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It suits fine to this. It suits fine. It suits. It suits the suite. And here you see the wardrobe. I used those from the Get Famous with a more open closet feel to it, and have added those mirrors. And I think no, I end up putting one of those, those, not that salon chair, but that one, the dressing pad or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. And I instead ended up putting in a vanity table because I thought a vanity table made more sense than a freaking salon chair, because this is not a hairdresser. So, and I use that zebra pattern. I love that zebra pattern rug. It's one of my favorite rugs, but rarely use it because it's so hard to match in. But it worked in that room. Just a bit of flowers, and trying to fill up some spaces because I didn't want to close that area behind the vanity table, because there was a window. I didn't really know what to put there, so I ended up putting just a flower pot. And here you see the office. It's just a regular office chair with computer and bookcases. So this is definitely a very suitable secluded area. This is a bathroom. I had a bit of trouble decorating it because I didn't really know the layout. I wanted it to be luxurious and spacious. I'm still a bit unsure, but I mean, it works. It works. I'm still not entirely sure of it. So yeah, so we actually soon heading into the pictures where I'm going to start leaving you right now. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. There was me talking for quite a while, but when you watch the pictures, I'm going to leave you with some beautiful music. Download will be in the description below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to support this video. And I hope you had a great new year, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!